Welcome to this video compilation of incredible flood and landslide scenes. You'll witness the destructive power of nature as floodwaters overflow dams, torrents of water sweep away everything in their path, and landslides shake entire areas. Let's dive into these dramatic moments. The car sped swiftly along the mountain road when suddenly massive boulders came crashing down from above, turning the path into a dusty battlefield. The crackling sounds of shattering rocks, the screech of metal against metal, everything was chaotic and terrifying. Another mountain quakes, rocks thunder down, threatening to crush all. The mountain roars like a furious beast. Floodwater becomes a muddy monster, sweeping away roads and homes. The earth shakes. All stand helpless before nature's wrath. Flash floods strike without warning, trees fall, houses tilt. Desperate cries echo amidst ruin. Heavy snow buries everything. Cars vanish under icy white. Winter's cruelty leaves all frozen in fear. A storm hits. Two giant cranes topple like dominoes. Ships reel in floodwaters. Metal screams, a symphony of destruction. A volcano awakens. Dark ash plumes rise. Rocks slide down. Nature attacks like unleashed hell, horrifying. Gales flare up, tossing furniture into the air. Everything is hurled about in nature's fury. A giant tree snaps and crashes onto a porch. Sudden destruction gives no time to react. The ground collapses. A lone house clings to a cliff. Cracks appear, then everything vanishes in an instant. Tragic and inevitable. Floodwater surges into a room, submerging all. Toys, furniture, now meaningless. Lightning splits the sky, striking a treetop. A flash, then darkness. Nature's warning. A tornado rips off the roof, metal sheets crash down. Wind howls like nature's lament. Hope fades. Trees topple under fierce winds, blocking a speeding car. Powerlessness and panic. Floods swallow a bridge, water swirling mercilessly. The bridge breaks, lost to raging currents. People flee in panic, screams piercing the air. Tiny figures struggle against nature's assault. A giant inflatable is tossed into the stormy sky. Toys mean nothing now. A lone house topples into an abyss, proof of erosion's terror. Fertile land reduced to rubble. A home is submerged by flood waves, powerless against nature's might, tragic and unavoidable. Avalanches thunder down, boulders rolling, humans lost amid nature's frenzy. A mountainside collapses, burying all instantly. A merciless, colossal force. A giant iceberg breaks off, crashing into the sea. Nature's power dwarfs humanity. More ice chunks slam ashore, sweeping all away. Endless destruction. Fear grips all. Hailstones pound down, giant shards striking everything. Danger and helplessness. Snow slides off roofs onto the streets. Chaos ensues. Even safety becomes destructive. A volcano erupts. Ash towers overhead. Hell unleashed. Humanity stands powerless. Dust and ash fill the sky in a wild sandstorm. There's no escape. Water cascades like a waterfall, sweeping all away. A lethal flood. None survive. Hail batters a garden. Large stones destroy tranquility. Unrelenting hail. Ceaseless ruin. A suspension bridge wobbles above raging floodwaters on the verge of collapse. The mountain trembles. Rocks and earth collapse thunderously. Dust flies up. The entire mountainside plunges towards the road, a terrifying sight. Nature's fury unleashes. Its destructive power leaves viewers breathless. Floodwaters surge in, submerging everything in a sea of mud. Houses slowly disappear, the sound of rushing water a harbinger of the devastating force of nature. A tornado appears in the overcast sky, resembling a long, narrow tube formed from clouds. Its presence dominates the sky as it swirls and churns high above. A storm ravages a building, sections of the roof ripped off and thrown away as if they were toys. The force of the wind is evident as it tears through the structure. Ocean waves surge and crash against a nearby seawall, spray splashing onto the shore as cars bravely navigate the hazardous waters. The coast is in a state of chaos, pushed to its limits by the storm. Ocean waves crash against rocks, creating a misty spray as they collide with the solid ground. The ocean exhibits its raw power, refusing to yield to any obstacle. A tornado forms over an open grassy field, looking like a dark pillar reaching for the sky. Its sudden appearance evokes a sense of awe and fear. Traffic lights swing violently as strong winds rage through the area. The unsteady lights foreshadow the devastation of the approaching storm. A tornado forms as vehicles race down a highway, the vortex looming over the sky above. The vehicles are in a race against time to outrun the approaching storm. The devastation continues as buildings are torn apart, debris flying high in the air. The extent of the damage is appalling, illustrating the destructive force of the storm.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Whole building just fell apart.
Lightning streaks across the night sky, illuminating the landscape. The brief burst of light reveals the electrical power of the storm. Powerful ocean waves surge against a seawall as someone bravely walks along the shore nearby. The raging waves demonstrate the untamed power of nature. Trees are violently shaken by strong winds, leaves ripped from branches. The wind's force is vividly displayed as it transforms the landscape. A tornado rises to the sky, bringing destructive force to a wide open field. Its presence suggests the immense power of nature.
Yeah, guys, we're cool here. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's moving. Left to right, move. Okay, yeah. No, let's just film this. Let's let it get to right here, Alec. And then let's go. So that we can...
A house is destroyed by the winds, debris flying through the air. The sight evokes feelings of disbelief and helplessness as nature rages. Strong winds, heavy rain, and swaying trees all contribute to the chaotic scene. The storm's ferocity is evident as nature unleashes its fury. Another tornado forms in a grassy field, illustrating the destructive power of nature. Its ominous presence overshadows all else.
Wipers.
A storm ravages a roof, pieces ripped off and hurled into the air. The scene is chaotic, illustrating the wind's strength.
The power lines, if they were to fall, would be in the opposite direction of where I'm at, guys. Don't worry about the power lines. Oh, speaking of power lines, they are falling.
Power lines crash to the ground, debris raining down as strong winds rage through the area. The chaotic scene highlights the danger of downed power lines during a storm. Trees are battered by powerful winds, branches ripped apart, and foliage violently tossed around. The force of the wind is unmistakable as it reshapes the scenery. Massive waves crash against the shoreline, some so high that two people filming them from the cement wall of a walkway get engulfed by a giant wave. A tornado appears on the horizon. It touches down in a field and appears as there is a storm accompanying it. The rain and high winds of a storm whip trees around while someone films the oncoming storm. In a time-lapse scene, a tornado develops and drops down into an unpopulated area. People filming the event are moving around in their car to get a better view.
All right, let's get back in the dance. We're getting soaked up here. Yeah.
Rain and wind continue whipping trees around and ripping debris from the roof of a house as the storm passes through the area. Another tornado touches down. It's strong enough to blow around debris, and it grows larger as it crosses a field. While filming storm damage, the crew finds a restaurant that's severely damaged, its roof gone. A tornado forms at night. The horizon is lit up with the flickering lights of the city. The witnesses discuss whether this is the same tornado that appeared earlier. Another tornado drops down into a farming area. Cows can be seen as the tornado approaches barns and farm buildings.
Go ahead, film out your window, Evan. It's going to be very, very bug up. All right, back in the car, back. Well, I didn't.